These madmen allowed themselves to disrespect Tommy Morrison himself, thereby signing their own death warrant.
He got to throw a left hook. He got to duck them jabs and right hands. And, and my intention is when he ducked, every time he ducked, he run into something.
Simple. Oh, man. I was just going to say, it's simple. He hits you with the left hook, you're gone.
And now, we will see the list of kamikaze who provoked Tommy Morrison's anger by their insolence and despicable actions.
What a left hand. A hook by Ruddock, and it may have hurt Morrison. Big left hook! Down goes Razor Ruddock!
This is the Boxing Lab. Let's go. The first chapter of our story begins back in 1995, when Donovan "Razor" Ruddock was listed as one of the most feared heavyweight punchers in the world.
More right hand and a left uppercut. Smith goes down.
His legs it off.
Left hook. Coach went down to the second string. Dumps it down. And he may be out, man.
But one day, the fearsome ring warrior showed his dark side by committing a real rat act.
Now, Tim, what's going to happen? He hit him after the bell and knocked him down.
Thinking that Morrison was soft from his Rocky V fame, the scoundrel challenged the Duke, arrogantly believing he would expose the Hollywood pretty boy as a fraud.
Gave Mike Tyson 2 difficult bouts. Kind of a major fight several years ago was against Lennox Lewis.
Become very cautious so they don't open up, but
Nice jab by Morrison.
From the opening bell, both men knew they were dealing with heavyweight violence at its finest.
and they also said establish yourself down low.
I was going to remind people of the nice uppercut by Ruddock. Oh, there goes Morrison!
What followed was pure heavyweight brutality.
And it wasn't in a situation that Morrison had left himself in.
The hook blocked by Morrison. Ruddock has done a nice defensive job. Good combination.
But he still paid for it.
Oh, he hurt Ruddock with a right uppercut. Razor Ruddock got rocked by the same punch that knocked Morrison, knocking him out. It's the only reason why I was critical. So in round 2, it's Morrison's turn to hurt Ruddock. And the hand speed. Oh, big hook by Ruddock, and he lands an uppercut. He's hurt early and put out, and Morrison has been around. I now say, folks, who's going to get tired? Because both men are showing some signs of it here.
And they also said establish yourself down low with Razor Ruddock and then go to the body as he does there. Now, a moment ago, Ruddock had Tommy Morrison right in front of him and did not fire the uppercut. Now, Razor Ruddock and then go to the body as he does there.
Morrison's heart burned brighter than his wounds as he battled back against this cocky rat.
The left hook. Razor Ruddock is hurt now. Good body combinations by Morrison. But Ruddock is talking to him. He did against George Foreman. But oh my, took a big left hook on the last round to go. Now he is forcing Morrison back. That uppercut may have stunned Morrison.
Tommy Morrison got hurt, but
It ain't over yet. Morrison is not there as it was earlier.
Ruddock really taking advantage of
The left eye, it doesn't look like it. There's the Morrison, the
confident that they would get the decision or that the fight will go all the way.
But Ruddock landing some big shots here in this round.
Just as with the
Then, Morrison unleashed his signature weapon that had become his calling card of destruction.
By Ruddock, and it may have hurt Morrison. Big left hook! Down goes Razor Ruddock!
He needs to buy about 10 more seconds, and it's a long one. He will not do it.
Oh my, it's over. You'll get a look at the
We talk
knockdown.
about Morrison's terrific left hook. And you are going to see it. My goodness.
In May 1992, Morrison faced a cocky rat named Art Tucker. Standing at an intimidating 6 feet 6 inches, this trash-talking fool believed his freakish height advantage would allow him to pick apart Morrison from the stratosphere like a sniper, and he wasn't shy about running his mouth.
Well, Tommy Morrison is Tommy Morrison. It's not, you can't change. You can't change his style. He got to come at you. He got to throw a left hook. He got to duck them jabs and right hands. And, and my intention is when he ducking, every time he duck, he run into something.
Game face on, huh?
But in the fight, Morrison, in his royal manner, established an absolute monarchy in the ring.
Mentally coming to the point where that's where I am. This is going to want to use. See, look look when Morrison jabs his way.
What a left hand.
Then Morrison decided to teach this loudmouth a lesson.
Rudy Battle reacted well that time.
And you can hear Tommy forgets telling him, go in the head.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Being a little conservative to that side until he slows him down a little bit.
Well, there's a left hand, and that puts Tucker. Tommy, we'll let you go back to work.
Tommy, use your 7.
Well, it's simple. Oh, man. I was just going to say, it's simple. He hits you with the left hook, you're gone.
The trash-talking rat came crashing down like a felled tree, proving that the biggest mouths often have the weakest chins. Next up was Marcelus Brown, a fighter who had the audacity to believe he could handle the Duke. Brown, trained by the legendary Mayweather family, thought his pedigree and connections made him untouchable. At 7 feet, the towering challenger underestimated what Morrison brought to the ring, thinking his elite training camp would be enough to outclass the Duke.
Marcelus Brown. It is a very wanted it as small as possible for Morrison.
And yes, I party hard, but it's a new Tommy Morrison.
From the opening moments, Morrison imposed his will on the overconfident Brown.
No, from the talk about it, Tommy, he wants a man by the name of Mike Tyson to know that he exists and where he lives, because everybody, these heavyweights, are all lining up.
The plot is thickening here in Muskogee, Oklahoma. We'll come back and look at that. Tommy Morrison, closest to you, come over the right eye, which is trainer John Brown worked on.
Brown quickly realized he wasn't dealing with just another opponent.
Punches of the 14 punches that he threw with jabs. He's walking in. Looks like he's loading up.
Really caused problems. Nice right hand by him.
See, there he jabbed the right hand behind him. Bad spot for Brown.
26, who is, oh, good.
That was a very slow right hand that he threw.
Juncture, it's pretty early to start taking points away.
Then, Morrison unleashed the weapon that had sent so many cocky rats to the canvas before.
When Marcelus is carrying his right hand.
Brown very active, it goes down for the left hook. So with a lot of time left in round 3, Marcelus Brown has gone down and now must try and survive.
Those power punches are really starting to bother Mark.
There's the little uppercut. This is Tommy Morrison.
Marcelus Brown is, and he's going to get nailed over and over. I think the end is just about upon us.
And there's the hook, as Randy pointed out, over the lazy right hand.
Brown joined the long list of fighters who learned the hard way. Disrespect the Duke, and you pay the price.
Here's how he did it.
Watch where the right hand of Brown is. It's down by his chest. He gets nailed with that one mighty left hook shots. That was the first knockdown, a stiff left hand. Down he went, and that basically took much of the fight out of him.
In 1992, Morrison faced a flabby fighter named Kimu Odum, who had committed the ultimate sin, running his mouth and disrespecting the Duke with trash talk that echoed through the boxing world. Tommy didn't appreciate the disrespect and decided to teach Odum about some old-fashioned manners.
That was actually very good.
From the opening bell, Morrison hunted this flabby rat like a predator stalking wounded prey.
Was ultimately knocked out.
Kept Morrison off of it that time.
The trash-talking fool tried to back up his big words with his fists, but the Duke wasn't in the mood to give him a sniff.
So was Tommy Morrison. Under his left eye, on the cheeks. And there's another big left hand that staggers Odum.
But Odum's landing right hand. Quickness in his hands. He throws those punches fast. I'm not exactly guard for him. I mean, he's been hurt by what Morrison has thrown. You can see he's counting off.
Here's the classic counter left.
Morrison swarmed like it was Black Friday until the referee mercifully ended the slaughter in the 3rd round.
Well, he should.
Lost to Tommy Morrison, who would like to consider himself a top heavyweight. He probably is.
For Tommy, the Duke, Morrison.
The next cocky rat to step into Morrison's path was Terry Anderson, another fool who believed he could make a name for himself by taking down the Duke.
I'm here to win. I'm in it to win it now. Before, I was just messing around. Now I'm here. I'm back.
Anderson ran his mouth, convinced that Morrison's recent wars had left him vulnerable and ready to be picked apart.
It is a very, very small ring.
Field advantage. It's a long ring.
From the opening bell, Anderson tried to back up his trash talk.
You tend to think he could be older, but he started very good. Style has always been to come in, try and land.
How when he wants to follow through, he wants to be, not to does his plan right, move right after.
Anderson fighting a little bit like Ross Purdy did. Oh, he just got, I'm just guessing Kevin's a Republican. I don't know why, I'm just thinking, you know. Less governance, less everything.
Less counting.
Yeah. Anderson throwing the hook, getting George Foreman found that out.
Anderson and step inside the shot. There's
Hooked by Anderson and Morrison comes back, but Morrison gets whacked fighting in front of his. Good right to the body by Morrison.
And what has made Tommy Morrison exciting has been his heart. There you have the numerical edge, big right hand.
He got hit with a big right, Tommy Morrison. He whacked Terry Anderson on the break.
Joe Hippie came back and won that fight.
More as a boxer was against George Foreman, and of course he won. But in Terry Anderson's mind, he
throw off somebody's pay-per-view big pay. You put yourself into something bigger.
shots earlier. He's been doing a lot of the work inside against Terry Anderson.
Lean back a little bit, get his left hook going. Anderson warming to this though.
Good hook by Terry.
His hands when he's doing that.
Good hook by
Caught Tommy Morrison even a little more flush than that.
But Anderson quickly realized his trash talk had written checks his fists couldn't cash.
No, but the knees wobbled.
Good right again by Morrison. Now he is teeing off, and there goes Terry Anderson.
He wants to.
Now Morrison's on the inside.
He should be outside bombing here.
Finally it's in, and here comes Terry Anderson back again. Good hook by Anderson. Something up to land a good shot. Nice right by Morrison. Nice combination by Morrison. Anderson coming back with some left hooks. He had Morrison hurt in round 3. He might have momentarily, but he's the one that went.
18 of 101 punches thrown in that round.
Good jabs. They both land. Sharon.
And he was not backed off the mark. A nice right hand by Morrison. Well, you put the knockdown in to set up the bullying aspect for their uppercut. Trying to push the other fighter off to set up.
Morrison doing some holding on the inside. Body schedule for 10, our boxing special. Al Bernstein, my Tommy Forgets, told him go out and jab a little bit. He's thrown only now about 1 or 2 in this round.
That was a key flex because it was a pre-fight plan.
Good hook by Anderson, and he just missed with another hook. A right hand. Good hook by Anderson. Morrison with his own hook. To say about it right now.
He certainly did in round 4. He took round 5 off. Now he's coming back with more fire here in round 6. And losing a round. He can move on the angles and set himself up. Anderson would like to be and make it a 50-50 type of a fight.
Not covering up.
He wants to fire at him there, though.
Good work to the body by Anderson. Was supposedly guilty of a low blow, and Kevin Champion said one more, and I'm going to take a point. Good short right by Anderson. Good hook there by Morrison. But since the 3rd round, nothing has come close to hurting Terry. Big hook by Anderson. Right hand by Morrison. No mistake about it. Come back for round 7. Al Bernstein along with Dave Bontempo.
Then Morrison delivered the lesson Anderson would never forget.
He had a tooth problem. Maybe he was short.
He scratched in the car because of that.
For that very close.
Big body shot.
Morrison drove his signature weapon into Anderson's body, collapsing him like a demolished building.
Judges out of play in a hurry. Right after you flash the scorecard, Tommy Morrison makes all the scores obsolete. Jabs his way in here. That's what the difference is, and then lands in with the left hook.
That is it.
In August 1993, a drunken fool appeared on Morrison's horizon, who could literally be called a circus act.
Hello, everybody from Green Bay. I love you, Mom and Dad, and everybody, hey? All right, do you want to fight Tommy Morrison? And I've been through this many times, so I go, jeepers, I don't want to, fight him. It's not going to come through.
Tim Doughboy Tomaszek was a nobody who allowed himself to stumble into a world title fight when Mike Williams cowardly abandoned Morrison just 90 minutes before the bell. But Doughboyek, emboldened by liquid courage, showed nothing but disrespect, waving to the crowd, clowning around, treating Morrison's championship like a joke.
In a bout schedule to go 12 rounds, we'll certainly go much less.
From the start, this drunken warehouse worker played the role of court jester, disrespecting the sport and the Duke with every circus move.
And Tommy Morrison is not impressed. Fortunate that a big left hand, Tommy Morrison, did not connect. Tommy, now he's better with combinations, then setting up on defense, then coming back on the attack. A complete fight for Doughboyek. Does not hold, but takes a left hand into Morrison's camp and look forward to a bout with Mike Williams, who they consider to be close in style. To benefit that match set for March. Right. Where it was essential for the managers to get information, and Tom's team ever since, joined by Bill.
But this crafty scoundrel decided to resort to an unworthy tactic and turned the fight into a cuddle party, angering the Duke even more with his blatant disrespect.
Clearly enjoying this opportunity. He knows what the outcome will be, yet would be able to put him away. Morrison in terrific shape, 226. Tommy Morrison, before the fight, the past 4 days, his training has been outstanding. Gotten better work in sparring in preparation for this fight. Heavyweight title defense, and Tommy Morrison with that if one lands, the end will be here. Doughboyek, who physically is not impressive, corner is silent. Doug Dragon, John Brown, as the second round nears an end. Doughboyek, as Tommy Morrison has pecked away through the first 2 rounds. In the text, early 3rd round, and Morrison goes to the head again. Doughboyek, defending nice, in good position. Inside.
But Morrison didn't put up with such circus antics, and eventually began to find his range against the elusive jester.
He and trainer Doug Dragon. Stop! Has remained silent throughout this fight. Went 9 rounds with Joe Hip in the title win over George Foreman as he played basically hit him on score, then backed away, get away quickly. There's like the other rounds. Tommy's corner people remain silent. There is no instruction. Tommy with a good combination. In trouble. Inside a minute to go. Round that fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Tommy scores with the left hand. And he scores with the left hand. And Tommy gives him a look, brings him back together, and Tommy. But he will, and that's it. Doughboyek's corner has waved it all.
After the fight, Morrison's fury shone as the clown had made a mockery of his world championship defense. In September 1989, Morrison found himself in the crosshairs of Rick Innes, a journeyman who had committed the ultimate sin against the Morrison clan. He had publicly humiliated Tommy's older brother Tim in the ring, claiming he was ready to easily destroy the entire Morrison bloodline, showing the ultimate disrespect, not just to the Duke, but to his entire family.
You will with the Denver Broncos, the National Football League. Now a fighter in his...
From the opening bell, Morrison entered the ring with murder in his eyes.
Right hand, which I think would be a good hook. He's hurt already by the hook.
The Duke was sending a message to anyone who dared disrespect his bloodline.
Well, I didn't even have a chance to say it when we spoke with Rick Innes this morning. He said, I got to stay away from that left hook.
And he immediately got...
Morrison turned Innes's mouth into a crime scene in the first round, leaving his opponent needing a dentist more than a doctor.
Legs back under him now, but he was really rocked with the left hook. There's an uppercut, and that's probably going to be it. 6. And Mills Lane will let it go.
One more knockout and it's over. That's it. And there we see him now. There's the left hook on the top of the head. Now that wasn't a last knockdown before they stopped it. Nice uppercut on the inside by Morrison. There. And so, not just a left-handed puncher, and clubbed
The Duke, Morrison.
245 of the first.
Justice had been served in brutal fashion. Nobody disrespects the Morrison name without paying the ultimate price. These madmen learned the hard way that when you disrespect Tommy Morrison, you don't just lose a fight, you get destroyed. Show the Duke some love in the comments if you enjoyed watching these cocky rats. Get what they deserved. Thanks for watching.